Hey folks, what's up? And welcome back to Earhawks Minis. Now a couple days ago I got a box in the mail. In this box was a review item. Now being a review item, I'm under no obligation to say anything nice about it at all. But spoiler, I'm going to say very nice things about it because it is actually really cool. So OTP Terrain Miniatures is an Australian company, and they are a licensed 3D printer for many different sculptors of gaming miniatures and terrain. Probably most notably to my audience is the Gear Guts Mech Shop stuff. So talk about stuff like this. These prints are really, I started painting this guy. These prints are really nice. They do a great job. So a while back they contacted me and asked if I would be interested in taking a look at a product that they've been working on for quite a while now, and they're ready to start a Kickstarter campaign to launch this product. And of course I said, yeah, I'll check it out. Now, at the time they told me it was a wet palette. I was kind of like, okay, well, a wet palette's a wet palette. I mean, it can't be too much different, right? Well, actually it is, and it's very cool, and we're going to take a look at it right now. Okay, this is the OTP Terrain Miniatures Wet Palette Paint Station. It is a wet palette, and it is also a paint station. These are 3D printed. They are a little bit heavy, which I actually really like. I think it feels really nice, and it's really a solid unit. These come in different colors. I believe it's 10 different colors, and you can get them personalized. There's two different sizes. This is the standard size. There's also a mini size, which is about half of this. And both of those can be customized with 2 lines of text and different amounts of characters depending on the size, but a decent amount. You can get a pretty good amount of words on either one. So what is the wet palette paint station? Okay, as you can see, I've been using this a few days. I'm actually on my second sheet of paper. I've already used it painting this guy. And already had to change paper once. This design is awesome. As you can see, there is this frame around the outside of the palette. This serves a couple different purposes. This just pulls out, and as you can hear, it rattles. That's because there are magnets inside here, and there are magnets in the corners of the base, and when you put your paper down and you put the frame in, it locks down. Like I said, this serves a couple purposes. This keeps your paper from curling up, so you don't have to worry about cutting your paper smaller than your sponge and make sure that it doesn't cook. None of that is important. This frame is going to hold this down to keep your paper from curling. Additionally, because it holds it down, it keeps the water that's under your paper there for much longer and makes it much harder for it to evaporate. I've had this a few days already, and like I said, I've changed the paper once. I looked underneath here, there was still a decent amount of water. We're going to take a look right now to see that there is still a decent amount of water in here. Okay. So how this works is you wet your hydration pad, you soak it, put your paper on, smooth it down. Alternately, you can use this frame to smooth your paper down. Throw the frame on, and you're ready to go. That's it. It's very cool. Okay, so let's get back in here. As you can see, underneath our hydration pad is the bottom, and it has this raised square pattern. What this does is it allows your hydration mat to be in contact with the water, but it also just gives it more area for the water to sit and last longer and evaporate more slowly. This hydration pad is very, very cool. It's a genius idea. All I can tell you is that I can't believe someone didn't think of this earlier. If you want to know more about this, it's a secret, and you can find out about this by going to the Kickstarter page and backing the project. And one thing I will say about this hydration pad and the paper that they use for this is the paper is just oven paper, parchment paper, whatever you want to call it. And the hydration pad is something that they have decided to go with in order to make things easy and affordable for you to replace your consumables. Like a lot of these products, a lot of these wet pellets, they want you to buy their sponge, they want you to buy their paper. OTP went a little different direction with this in order to keep it easy and to keep it affordable for you to restock your consumables. It's really, really cool. It's a genius idea, and it's worked great. Like I said, I've been using this a few days now, and I will continue to use this. I won't be going back to my Mastersons. So again, that's how easy it is to get it set up. So the hydration pad, the square printed bottom, the paper frame, the nice sealing lid, and this band all together really hold the water in here. And this is not a claim that's made by OTP, but this is my gut feeling that the combination of that hydration pad and the square printed bottom is really going to cut down on the bad smell that wet pellets can accumulate. Again, this is just my guess, this is my theory, but it seems solid to me. Okay, so what about the paint station part? In the lid here, you have a couple different things. If for whatever reason you don't want to put some paints on your wet palette, I know some people don't like to put metallics on their wet palettes, whatever. Anyway, you have these dry palette spaces to use for that. We also have a brush rest here. This will hold most brushes, like it's a Raphael, fits fine. What else do we have? Series 7 fits fine. Hypersapien almost fits, but these are quite a bit longer brushes. Most of your mini painting brushes are going to fit. And these holes then, what are these? Well, these are for putting your brush tip guards, the plastic tips that come to protect your bristles. You can put them in here rather than lose them all over your floor. If you are one of these people that keeps your tip covers on your brushes, that's great. Moving on to this part here, you see these circles have 3 rings in here, and these are to stabilize different paint pots. For example, GW fits perfect. Italeri, so-so. Watercolors, it's a little bit loose, but these are a weird shaped bottle. AK fits perfect. Green Stuff World fits perfect. Mr. Paint fits perfect. Foundry fits perfectly. P3, a little loose, but good enough. Citadel Contrast, perfect. Let's see, what else do I have? Hataka, a little loose, but good enough. Army Painter, fits well. Secret Weapon, also fits well. So anyway, you get the idea. What's really, really great about this is washes. These fit in here nice and snug. Goes up all the way straight up and it doesn't fall. This is going to be great for washes, great for contrast paints, to keep them from being knocked over. The Kickstarter for this will be going live on the 24th of November at 4 p.m. Pacific time. So that's 7 p.m. Eastern time, United States. You can do your adjustment for your time zone from there. The link to the Kickstarter is in the description below. Please go check it out. This is a really cool product, and Daniel and Emma over at OTP are really cool. I had the opportunity to chat with them. They're great people. So go over there and show them some support. If you're in Australia, New Zealand, this is obviously the go-to place. Even if you're in Southeast Asia, shipping would be much cheaper and easier than trying to get stuff from Europe and the States, which is right now is taking forever, and it's quite expensive. So if you were like me and just thought, hey, a wet pallet's a wet pallet, I'll use whatever's the cheapest, while pretty much any of them will keep your paint wet for your painting session, you can also make the whole experience a little bit nicer and have just a little nicer product for a decent price. So go and check out the Kickstarter and show these guys some support. This is a really cool palette, and I will be using this probably forever.